Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. I'm here on the smaller time frame. In the last video update, I shared with you the larger time frame as well. I mean, Solana, has performed quite well over the last few days. We found support around the lower boundary line of our trend channel. However, we're still ranging. So the levels that I shared with you are still being respected, which means, look, we have a trend line, which I said isn't so relevant from an Elliott Wave point of view. Because trend lines, they don't really relate to Elliott Wave patterns so much. And this is just a triangle shape. Not even sure if it's an Elliott Wave triangle. I'm not interpreting it as a triangle as such. But of course I show you the trend lines. The price broke above and is now holding above, which is a first positive sign. We also have something that looks a bit like an impulsive structure to the upside, which we talked about over the last few days. And I said to you, I think yesterday or a couple of days ago, a correction is now due. And since then, the market has just been moving in a correction sideways, not downward, but sideways, which is also a correction. So corrections can either unfold via price, so to the downside, or over time. At the moment, it seems like Solana moves rather sideways, but this is a correction. There's nothing particularly impulsive up here. There is just a lot of overlap. However, I still have to allow the market to come down in a wave 2 if it needs to. Because after a possible 5-wave move up from the Wednesday low, we have to allow for a 3-wave pullback, and the support area here is still relevant. It's not broken, so it's still holding, between $181 and $188. So this is important, because as long as this support area is holding, the market might follow the white scenario. Maybe early next week, we could see a breakout. However, any break below $181 would open the door to a larger correction and then to a test of those support levels that I shared with you over the last few days. Especially in the last video update, I shared on the daily chart what the relevant support levels are. So of course that is still relevant. That's relating to the daily chart. But here on the very small, the smallest time frames, what I want to see is maybe a bit of a pullback. I mean, that would not be a problem. That can happen. But either way, to keep the white scenario alive, the market should start to give us some upside momentum. It's obviously still low confidence. This 5-wave move is nice, However, it's still too small, and we would want to see at the very least a break above that next resistance at $198 to confirm it further. But as you might remember from the last video updates, this trend line is important. The swing high from the 13th of October, even more important. And so this whole area up there is sort of the next milestone objective for the bulls, a break above that area around $215 to $216. So keep it short because not too much happened, but it's important that the pattern is still, or it's important to mention that the pattern is still intact, Support is still unfolding, or support is still holding, the pattern is still unfolding, and the next short-term objective for the bulls is a break above $198. So that's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then make sure to also follow us on X for additional updates. I'll leave a link for you guys in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.